KO State Running here, powered by Marathon Sports, sponsored by Hoka. We're here with LaSalle coaches Elvin Santiago and James Lorenko. It's been a long day. A 30-point victory over Hendricken for the state title. Barrington 1 point behind Hendricken. So, guys, did you think, I know you came in here looking for the win, but 30 points, that's a considerable amount against a very talented teams over here.
Yeah, absolutely. This was definitely a very challenging outdoor season for us. Not having Marshall Vernon available to us, we lost a couple of sprinters due to injuries early. So we knew it was always going to be a difficult task to come in and to be able to be competitive when you don't have some of your best athletes available to you. But Coach Lorenko, a couple of weeks ago, we did a mock meet and looked at it, and we were very optimistic with what we got there as a result. And so we sat down and we worked together to figure out how we were going to enter guys in this meet to make sure that we can maximize our points. And I couldn't be happier with the performance from the team. It was a collective team effort. Guys didn't necessarily PR, but they came in. It's all about the points today, and we're very pleased with the effort that we got from our guys today.
Yeah, and a few names that come to mind: Jalen Mosley winning both hurdle events. Eamon O'Brien winning the 800, Garrett Giroux Pazula winning the 400, then anchoring the 4x400. Am I missing something as far as victories?
I think that's it. I think a lot of our points were scored in guys that just picked up points up and down the events, and that's what we needed. And that's the conversation we had with our guys about the importance of getting as many points. That's the valuable thing today.
Yeah, the golds obviously always stand out. But you look at a kid like Aiden Tucker, who comes out of the unseeded section, I think got fourth in the 300 hurdles. Alex Campbell snipes the second in the pole vault. 4x8 gets second. It's points that add up over the course of a meet. Obviously, we had tremendous individual performances at this meet, but everyone has to pull and contribute a little bit in order to get over the top on a meet like this.
Yeah, talking about a guy like Eamon O'Brien. I was talking to Marshall earlier, and 212 at the beginning of the indoor season, and then bringing it all the way down to 152 for a PR, and then winning a state title here today. Incredible.
Yeah,
in like a few short months.
Yeah, so he'll be the first one to tell you, like, he ran at a mile in like a winter meet at the Reggie, and afterwards we're like, oh, it's pretty dark, like we're a little nervous. But he started to put it together. We started shifting him towards some of the shorter events. He started to show some more talent for, the 6, the 8, the 1,000, like that range. And we've just leaned into it, not trying to fit him into a box of an idea of what we think he should be, just, go with what he's showing his talent in. And he's thrived on that, And what's been great about it is he gets opportunities to do like what he did today, where he's running the 4x4.
That's right.
He wanted the stick. Like, he's a guy who wants to compete. Getting to run on 2 relays, like, there was never a question that he wanted to do the 4x8 before the 800. So that's what I love about him, is that he's just an ultimate competitor. All those guys are. Like, every single guy on that relay today was double and triple and back. They were hungry to win. That's what makes them great.
And that's what wins these meets. The guy's willing to go the extra yard or two.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Most coaches probably can't get kids to want to do a 4x4, and for us the problem is, and that's a great problem to have, is guys are trying to get on there, you know what I mean, and guys get disappointed when they're told today we're not calling your number, but they're able to contribute in other places. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some of the guys who picked up scrappy points. Matt Moretti scoring a point for us in the shot. He wasn't figuring in any points in that event. Antonio Bearden, who had a very difficult season. He actually had knee surgery 2 months ago. He tore his meniscus, and so we weren't going to have him available to us. And he's worked hard, he's rehabbed, and he was able to come out here and get us points in the high jump, get us points in the long jump, and just a tremendous effort and tremendous heart from him. Amari was injured for part of the season, and there's so many other guys who were able to just come in and contribute in many different ways today. And Abe Gumrawi is another kid in the 400 who out of the unseeded heat dropped an unbelievable time and secured a 5th place finish for us. And all those points add up, and that's been consistently the message from us to the team, that it's all about the points, guys. And I know I sound repetitive, but at the end of the day, that's what helps us win.
Just a lot of resiliency from this group. A lot of guys who managed one thing or another. I remember talking to Antonio today. it would have been the easy thing to say, I just had surgery, I'm going to shut it down. But he was eager to get back in any way that he could to help us out.
Yeah, so definitely a lot of stars here today. And thing with a person like Mosley, right? We still got another year, or is it 2 years?
He's got
with
2
him?
more years. in
2
his
more
belt,
years
but
with him.
He's incredible. So Coach Lorenko and I were talking after his 300 time. Coach Lorenko and I both, once upon a time ran the 300 hurdles, and we used to fancy ourselves decent at the event. And what Jalen has done really this season, he's really, he's really embraced that. It's not his favorite event, but it's probably his best event when you put together his athleticism and speed, and just to come out. And during the indoor state championship, he was sick the entire week. He was home with the flu, really, and came in on Friday just so he could be eligible to compete at the state championship. And so he had to defer his moment, I think. And I think he showed out here today that he's up and coming, but he's just such a humble kid that works hard. And last week when he broke the state record, I told him, he's like, "Oh, really? That's cool." That was his reaction to it. And he's just, he's always got the mindset of, all right, I'm going to get it back on the line and do it again. And we love that. And that's great for the team and the culture that we want to build here. And Coach and I certainly are very pleased with the progress that we've seen from him.
Well, guys, congratulations on a great team victory. Like I said, plenty of stars here today, but enjoy this one. I'm sure we're going to see you at the New England's, probably the Nationals too, but enjoy this one, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.